Hello there everyone, and welcome back to Napoleon Total War 3 with this Ottoman campaign. And kinda just like last time, or was it the video before that? I can't actually remember. Anyways, we're starting off right in the battle, and that is because I have marched Kurjusef to attack Klausenberg. I thought they had no troops left. It turns out they have quite a few troops left. And so you can see a full stack back in Klausenberg. And then we have been intercepted by Karl Philip, Prince of Schwarzenberg. And yeah, there's not much to say. There's an Austrian army standing in our way in Klausenberg. And it looks as though it's going to be quite hard to try and take Klausenberg. Most likely it's going to fall into the hand of the French, and we are now only helping the French by diminishing some of the Austrians' troops. But with that said, let's take our weakest army and see if we can't defeat this Austrian general. The Austrians are set to attack us, so I've built a defensive line. Hopefully I'll be able to move my troops up and place spikes in front of our lines before the Austrians attack. But as you can see, there's not a very big distance or large distance in between us. But hopefully we'll be able to manage that. As you can see, you can kind of see how the line is made up of the infantry and then the cannons interspersed here. I've got 3 of the light cavalry on this side and 2 of the others back there. There we go. General in the center, and Bob's your uncle. Let's go. The enemy quickly moves up. The thing is, I'm pretty sure we're just gonna use the cannons for canister anyways. Gonna move up the light cavalry on that side, and we're definitely gonna have to move them up on this side. Looks like a good spot right there. These 2 units are now in position, and we're placing the spikes. The enemy is moving rapidly towards our position. We're gonna barely be able to send these guys back, or if even that. Oof. Right, the Austrians keep going. Come on, place the spikes already. Right, we can't wait with the muskets anyways. The spikes have been placed, and the units can now retreat. Tell them to retreat as far back as possible. And the artillery will open fire. The Austrian hussars rode into the spikes over there. The Austrians just went straight for us, didn't they? Let's have the 2 other lights move in here. Let's see if we can swing these guys around. They're overlapping us on the right, so these 2 infantry units need to be moved over there. We're breaking Austrians due to canister and fire. I think we need hammer and anvil charges at the spots over here. We were able to send away the Austrians. Let's see, man the cannon. It worked here, it worked there. Gonna tell the cannon to hold fire, not to shoot down too many of our own. The light cavalry has not even broken the Grenzer company. We got massive amount of Austrian troops retreating on this side. We got another big group of Austrians retreating over there. And you know what? We'll just let the Austrians be run down on that side. I'm gonna send in the infantry over here. This unit, yeah, is going to break. I'm gonna move over the general. We're gonna order the canister to be fired this way. I need the cavalry to ride all these guys down. That unit was finally done. We were done with that one. General has arrived to support. This battle went really quickly as the Austrians decided to charge straight into us. It's the grenadiers that are left. And we got one of the hussar units is left as well. The light cavalry going back and forth over here. Get back over there. Trying to get rid of that reserve unit. I want you to attack there over as well. General is under attack according to this. Ooh, this unit was massacred by the Austrian grenadiers, just cutting up our flank. The general inspired, which is gonna hold the situation for a little bit, but only for so long.
Our men are running.
You know what? We need to move everyone over to that situation. Let's see. I want to set this one along the walls there. Cavalry is dealing with the retreating troops. It's probably run down loads of them. All the infantry is making its way over here now. Those grenadiers really cut us to crap. And now when there's actually is a back and forth fire, the canister is ineffective. Because of the fact that they're not firing canister is one thing, but also the fact that the placement of the cannon is actually pretty god awful. I'll see if I can rearrange the cannons over here. And you know what we'll do? We'll actually tell the infantry to retreat back. And have the enemy then instead march, hopefully, into our canister. This cannon will be rearranged like so, ready to fire up into the enemy. The light cavalry is done with their job. They're fresh, so it's all good. We're gonna line them up like so. And then once ready, we're gonna... You know what? We're actually, I think, shooting our own cannon crew, and that's kind of breaking it down. And that's kind of unnecessary. I'm gonna put these weaker units behind the wall. Oh yeah, they're marching into the canisters. That Austrian grenadier unit is losing loads of troops, which is nice. And if they get all the way down here, then I can blast them with the cannons. Cavalry moving in closer. Open fire. I think we're gonna send these guys back over here. There's no point in having them there as they're being flanked. Cannon over here should be able to fire canister. The thing is, there's a risk of them hitting our own men. The general is gonna fall back further, and then I'm gonna take these and I'm gonna put them back here, and hopefully that will drag them closer to us. But most importantly, the canister will now be free to fire without so much of a risk of it completely annihilating this unit from behind. Still doesn't want to fire. Let's see if he wants to fire, if I actually give him a target to fire at. Fire at the ground over there. No? Fire at the ground over there. Oh. Now the grenadier unit turned and is now firing on the light cavalry. Which was not my idea of a good time. Right, then fire round shot up through these guys then. That should work, shouldn't it? Ah, just as they turn. So we're no longer shooting into the flank. In a prolonged firefight, we're not gonna win this one. Are you guys firing at will? There's one guy apparently. What if I move you closer? Will we get more fire out of them? Stupid round shot. I want canister. The Grenzer company is kind of weak. I bet it's because the Austrians are actually shooting their own men. You know what? I have so much cavalry that I could probably carry the day. We see the one unit there in the middle is about to break. Do they want to fire the canister? Or no? That's a no.
We have killed their general, sir. Now they must break.
The enemy prince is dead. And now the enemy's force is quickly overwhelmed by the light cavalry charging in and attacking them from behind, and will continue to slay all of them. Slay them all.
Glorious victory, sir, is soon to be yours.
We lost a lot more troops than I thought we did, but I guess I wasn't paying that much attention to the infantry. And then also we almost entirely slaughtered the enemy army. Only 360 men remain out of their force, but as I said, kind of a little bit surprised maybe I wasn't paying attention because we lost 1,000 of our men. Now I could see that we lost a lot of infantry, but I guess I wasn't paying attention to the actual numbers. When it comes to killing enemy soldiers, then we have cavalry. I thought the cavalry was gonna top throughout, but we also have 2 of these infantry units up there as well. A few chevrons being gained, 1 by artillery, 1 by cavalry, and then 1 there, up to 3. Right, the thing is, it's the enemy's turn, so the Austrians could definitely send a second stack at this army. Let's see what happens, otherwise we'll let the end turn run through, and I'll make an assessment if I want to push on to Klausenberg, or if we need to pull back. Remember now that we've lost 1,000 of that army, 1,000 men, so that's only 1,700 men left in this army, and there's a complete full stack of Austrians holding Klausenberg, so it might be better to pull back, especially since this is the definitely the weakest army of the armies I have. And kind of as we can already see here, they're sending out the remainder army, or the one that actually is stationed in Klausenberg. And what is that? It's Karl von Österreich. And he brings 4,700 men, lots of light infantry, lots of cavalry. I mean, he outnumbers us by 3,000 men. There's no way we're going to be able to fight these, so we're going to retreat back across the border. Hopefully, I'll be able to retreat far enough that he cannot chase me down. And it seems to be going well. I wonder if the Austrians will follow us. There's another little small force. I'm not entirely sure what they're doing. And they're retreating back, or moving back. Which is very well that we're not completely destroyed by that. And we're back. I've recruited some extra troops in Moldova because, yeah, there was moving some, what's it called? Some garrison troops around. We're definitely gonna need some more troops, so we're gonna push on that. As we remember from, yes, last battle was that immense battle where we almost kind of died, or this army almost got destroyed. The remainder of the Russian front is here, and then we have another small force here. I've already started marching Hussein's army, Hursid's army, towards capturing Kiev. And we're gonna continue that. Now I could cross over into enemy territory and continue from there, but I think we can go this route, and that will keep my replenishment pretty good. I wonder if I can jump, if I can stay here, or maybe you know what? I'll just stay here, and then I can jump next turn onto that. Here's the garrison I was recruiting. And then the extra troops that are here could join with the guys on the bridge. And we could see about taking these guys out. Definitely need to recruit something to help this army out. Thing is, I'm running out of money. I noticed something, and that was that at some point, I'm not entirely sure, but I had increased the tax rate to actually make sure that I got up to 2,000. But the thing is, that drains the growth all over the empire. So the growth was minus 34. It might be higher in some other areas. Yeah, minus 55 in the capital. That's not great. So definitely need to reduce that back to that level, but that means that I only gain about 948, which might mean that we need to trim some fat here and there, like removing like an extra unit there, maybe reduce the garrison in certain towns where it's not really needed. I mean, I've got 3 here, but that's not gonna stop the French anyways. So now we're up to 1100. Maybe a single unit. They are happy in this province. There, not so much, so we might keep 2 over there. Here, 8 points, so we might only have 1. Here, that's next to Austria, so we might still have 2. Capital 2. There's still a kind of an active front here, so we need 2. I think we can fit another battle, and I think it's gonna be this one here. Then I think I'll do this shit battle off camera. And then maybe rather than with pushing here, this one will double back and come back, and we'll see about if we can attack Klausenberg. And this one will continue here. I think that sounds like a plan. And then at some point we'll need to start thinking about reorganizing to attack Rome. But let's not keep this going too long, so take this army. Get attack here. I think it's enough that I have to play it rather than out-resolving it. Yeah. Without further ado, let's go ahead and attack the remnants of what was left after the attack on Mehmed Ali. Given that we had this, you know, do or die battle quite recently, I think most of what this battle is going to be is the Grenadiers is going to be the focus of this battle. We can see where the Russians have set up, and you know what? It's a battle over this hill. who gets control over this hill, this high ground. I think I've got a pretty good chance with all my grenadiers, so without further ado, let's go ahead and start. And have the grenadiers start advancing on the enemy. We'll have the general following, and then we have kind of a second line and even a third line with the archers coming up afterwards. And then we have the cavalry, only really gonna be used to run down or very late in the battle be pushed into to maybe break some tough enemy defenders. Howitzers firing. Managed to kill some of my archers, but I'm hoping we kill a lot more enemy troops. Starting off barrage on the 20-pounder unicorns. Small unit of Cossacks tried to attack. Let's see. The unicorn that fires at us. It explodes right in front of us. Kills not a single grenadier. So I don't know what they loaded that gun with. Looks like the Russians are not trying to take the high ground, so I will take it. They didn't learn, just like Anakin. We have a small Jaeger unit, which I'm just gonna run down. This grenadier is gonna hold because we've got a hussar unit really close. We managed to hit the Jaegers before they opened fire, and the hussars got hit in the side as they joined, so I don't think it will go too well for them. That small lancer unit got shot down, and the Russians are now walking into my grenadiers' fire. I think I want the secondary line actually as close up as it gets. So that when the enemy attacks, the melee will spill over into the second unit, and that will help us move up on the flank. You haven't killed the hussars yet. That's kind of a shame because the Jaegers are coming back. I'll detach the Tartars to deal with them. Ooh, close range fire here, back and forth in the forest. High casualties on the grenadier unit. I'll give them some respite by charging in the unit behind. We have similar things going on throughout. For some reason this unit decides not to fire a close range enemy unit. Ooh! Wonderful volley. Russians were forced back by that charge. And you know what? All the old style infantry will charge. Wait, bloody hussars? What happened to my cavalry? What are you doing all the way over there? Where is everyone? I was surprised that the counter charge actually worked. But I guess the Russians had already lost so much. Oh shit. It's just Tartars. We'll have the Tartars charging over there.
Glorious victory, sir, is soon to be yours.
All the old style infantry has claimed a foreground of the hill. One of the grenadier units there suffered a lot, but it was saved despite the fact that I charged in that other unit. And now it's only that Russian Dragoon unit that is left. So what we'll do is, of course, focus in our fire on it. Maybe a high time to try and capture him or hold him in place. Oh, there's still quite a few infantry units coming in over there. I think we'll send the grenadiers of these two. The enemy cavalry in that one, and then the old style infantry. The janissaries will go against these two units. And then we'll place the general somewhere in the between there. The cavalry fight will definitely lose unless I can get those grenadiers up and fire into the back. The Tatars are actually trying... No, that wasn't actually the Tatars. It was the Lancers. I thought it was the Tatars that were trying to escape that battle. With all these grenadier units, I doubt that the Russians won't be able to stand. I want these three units to move out here so I can shoot these guys in the back. And then these guys will just support from behind. We've got a single Russian unit standing over there. And we'll focus in all the old style troops against them. Right, we started to get that fire into the back of this unit. And that's slowly evaporating the morale of the unit. And now the cavalry can go in and finish the job. The grenadiers are done on this side. Which means we should march to finish them on this. And now it's only one unit of Russian militia that is left. And then the battle is done. Focus the artillery and give barrage. And once this one's gone, then we've won the battle and we've kind of crushed all major resistance on the Russian front. Get those grenadiers up there. I think once the grenadier starts opening fire, the Russians will retreat pretty rapidly. Yeah. As the second volley came in, the Russian force had already begun to leave the field. And there we go, victory. Very nice. Now we need to rethink some strategies, maybe move this army down to deal with the enemy at Klausenberg, and yeah. Let's go ahead and end the video. Not here though, let's go back to the campaign map first, and also take a look at the statistics of this battle. And here we can see the statistics. So Mehmed Ali lost 600 men, while the enemy lost 1300, leaving 400, which might mean there actually will still be a force running about. Tatars gained a chevron, the Mamluk gained a chevron, and the Lancers gained a chevron. And no one else. Great. Right, let's see. Some of it remains. I kind of want to start marching down here and help out here to defeat this. We'll leave a token force of some of the troops. They have 3, so we'll leave these 4. So we leave all that sort of style of infantry, and then this army will march down. And then it will take a turn to go there. This one will hide in the forest as close as possible. We'll deal with that. Hopefully jump over there. I'll deal with this one off camera. Start, and for the next one, hopefully I'll arrange it so that we can attack and take this. Hopefully with France's permission, that they don't go apeshit crazy and declare war on me. But with that, I would actually complete the in-game quest of victory. But I would want to add on to take Rome. It doesn't feel like such a victory, like, yes, we took Klausenberg, Transylvania. Whoa. Strong man. Big peepee. No, we need to take Rome. Kick that old pointy hat fellow into the sea, into the Mediterranean, and take Rome. That is our destiny. So, with that said, is that Napoleon? That is Napoleon. We grant him a visit to the wonderful city of Belgrade. Right. With that said, with all of that said, we're gonna end the video. So hopefully, it's as I always say, hopefully you enjoyed it, and hopefully I'll see you guys for the next one. Bye!